Hi everyone, welcome in this second episode of Learn That Legendary Solo. Today we take a look at the two solos of Sultans of Swing. Like you probably know, Mark Knopfler originally plays them with his fingers, but this lesson is for those who want to play these solos with a pick. The first solo is an easy one, perfect if as a beginner you want to improve your bends, and the second one is more complicated with faster licks and two strings arpeggios. The tuning is E standard. As usual, I'll play a slow example and then give tips if needed. The tabs are on screen during the examples. You can check the whole solo tab on my Instagram page, and if you want the Guitar Pro or PDF file, just send me an email. Those are complete tablatures with each pick strokes and finger numbering. You've got all useful information and links in the descriptions below. If you appreciate this kind of tutorials, feel free to subscribe to the channel, leave a like or a comment. Now let's get to the first solo. Nothing complicated in this part. Like I said in the introduction, the first solo is not complicated. Be careful with the bends, not to overbend the note, and put some vibrato where it's needed. In this first solo, considering it's quite slow, the pick strokes and fingers on the tab are just indications. Feel free to try other ways. For this part, make sure to let the E and B strings ring together in the first measure. On the fifth measure of this example, measure 17 on the tab, I highly recommend you to play all the pick strokes in the same direction and not to alternate pick. 1, it's easier, and 2, we want that swiping effect in the sound. Before getting into the second solo, if you appreciate this kind of tutorial, it would help me a lot if you could subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. If you have something to say, please use the comment section, I answer everyone. And check out my other videos and Instagram for more content. The second solo starts slow here, so nothing complicated for this section. Relax and focus for the next part. I consider the lick of this part the hardest chunk of the whole solo. It's obviously harder with a pick because you have to deal with string skipping. So it's up to you if you want to start slow and up to speed, or use another finger to hybrid pick this part. I've seen players dealing with it by using the pick on the B and G string, and a finger on the high E, like your middle finger or ring finger. Here is just a simple lick. I think that my pick strokes make it easier, but it's less difficult than the previous part. Don't hesitate to adapt the pick strokes to your own way. The legendary part of this solo, the two strings arpeggios. It's actually less difficult to play than it sounds like. Here's the pick strokes direction matters. We start on an upstroke, and the arpeggio pattern is upstroke, pull off, downstroke, downstroke. The only trick here would be to make sure the pull-offs are done correctly. The speed won't be an issue once you've really got the picking pattern right. Try to keep the pointy side of your pick toward your head to maintain that sweep position of your right hand. Nothing complicated for this final section. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Use the comment section for any suggestion or question. The next episode will be about the solo of the extended version of Gary Moore's Empty Rooms, so I hope to see you there.